What's going on, guys, and welcome to today's YouTube video. In today's video I'm going to discuss 3 altcoins with you guys that I'm buying during this altcoin crash. These 3 altcoins to me have huge potential for the next bull run, and something with long-term investing, something with long-term buys, which is what we are going to discuss today, that everyone needs to understand is if you have a certain long-term target for a specific altcoin, it doesn't really matter at what price you buy it. As long as it is below your long-term target, below your long-term price, it is at a discount. And it is an opportunity to make a return on investment. And this is one of those opportunities where altcoins have been crashing like crazy, where a lot of altcoins are making new yearly lows, and that could be potential opportunity to sell at much higher prices. As you can see, the first altcoin that we are going to discuss is Chainlink. For every single altcoin I am going to buy at this specific price point, but I'm also going to give you guys $2 cost average orders and a long-term target that you can use in your advantage. So the first one, Chainlink. Why is this one so interesting? Because it has been ranging for so long, it has been in an accumulation for a very long time, and that accumulation range occurred below this liquidity low, and also it swept all of the liquidity below these 3 lows over here. So this was a huge liquidity buildup over here, and we had this liquidity low over here, and inside of that huge liquidity pool, Chainlink started ranging for almost 400 days. It's been moving sideways within a liquidity pool. A lot of people see this as a sign of weakness. Short term it might be, but long term this is a sign of accumulation. So we've had a very long accumulation range over here, and currently we are breaking the lows of this range. Why is this a positive sign? Because also below the range low, we know that there's always a lot of liquidity resting, a lot of unfilled orders, but also a lot of stop losses, and that is the liquidity that we are taking right now. And that is why you usually see those PO3 patterns. A lot of people might know already, but this is the accumulation range. After the accumulation range, you are going to enter the manipulation range over here before we are going to potentially enter the expansion range towards the upside. And the manipulation range is the extra little bit of manipulation that you need in order to fill those last orders of the market makers before they are going to pump it towards the upside where they are going to profit. Now, so this is a good moment to start buying, in my opinion. Like I said, guys, it might go as low as $2, as $1, as 50 cents. I don't even care. In the meantime, I will make enough money with trading and with other types of streams of income that I can buy more and more of Chainlink. So I've been buying in this accumulation range. I will be buying over here. Why? Because my long-term target is new all-time highs. Long-term, the first moment that I will be selling will be a new all-time high. So we have this important high over here. I do strongly believe that Chainlink is a coin with very strong fundamentals, with a very strong use case, good tokenomics. So I do believe that at some point Chainlink will reach new all-time highs. Now, from this current price, that is already an increasement of approximately 918%. I'm going to give you guys 2 DCA orders. And like I said, I don't care if it goes with $2 to $1. I will hold this long-term investment because I know that from the current price where I'm buying, it's already an increasement of almost 10x. And that is worth it to me to hold, even though when it goes to $2 to $3. Because the thing is with long-term investments, if you have a certain target, if you believe in a project, it's not a problem to hold until it reaches its target. Same with Bitcoin. If you believe that Bitcoin will reach $100,000, it doesn't matter if you buy 20, 25, 15, 17, $35,000, because you know that at some point it will reach your target. So anywhere below your target is the price at a discount in your eyes, and you can make a return on your investment. Same with Chainlink. So right now, to look for 2 DCA orders, we have to go back all the way in time towards this previous price action over here. It's been years, but we can still identify important levels if we take the phase range volume profile, which is the first thing that I want to do. we can determine important volume levels. So I also want to go onto the monthly time frame over here, and I want to mark out some monthly levels. So we have a monthly level over here. I want to mark out this monthly level, weekly time frame. Let's see what we can get. This is also a weekly level over here, which is kind of interesting. Also weekly level over here. We can mark out this as a weekly level over here. And I kind of want to mark out this level over here, which I kind of like. I think that is about it. Daily time frame, now we can go back. So bounce from the value area high, and then it started pumping, which was a complete auction. Let's see. Like this looks kind of interesting as well. I'm also going to mark out this order block over here, where we also have the point of control. Okay, I want to remove this level. I want to use this daily level over here. Put it a little bit higher like this. Mark out that OB. Let's remove this one. This one is interesting because it's below these two lows, those liquidity lows, and it's been important resistance over here inside of a daily imbalance. And we also have a huge volume spike. So I can already identify 3 important DCA levels. Let's remove the fixed range volume profile for a second. And these are 3 important DCA levels. Okay, so like I said, manipulation phase can go as low as towards $1 or $2. I don't even care. I know that at some point shit will start pumping like crazy, and that is the moment that I will profit from these spot buys. So I have these orders at $3.94. Might be a very interesting level. It is a weekly level, but also was a daily OB touch. We have this level at $2.91. It's also a weekly imbalance over here and a daily imbalance, and below the liquidity. Like I said, and also previous weekly and daily level of resistance over there. And then we also have this level around $2.32. Now, let's say we go towards new all-time highs from one of these levels. We can see the huge increasement from the first DCA order. It's an increasement of almost 13x. From the second DCA order, it's almost an increasement of 17x. And from the third DCA order, it's an increasement of 22,000%, which is massive. Huge buy opportunities on Chainlink. Let's move over to the next altcoin, which is Atom. Now, Atom is very, very interesting. Why is it so interesting? Because first of all, it has a very strong ecosystem. Second of all, it has these equal highs at the top. I just don't believe that a coin like this with strong fundamentals like this can top out like this, which is why I strongly believe that it will go towards new all-time highs and probably beyond new all-time highs as well. We can also see that Atom has now finally swept the sell side liquidity below the low over here. This might start to become a potential buy opportunity. Why? It also swept the low over here, and it tapped into the origin of that move over here. So if we extend this to the right, we can see that this is a very interesting level because it is the origin of this impulse towards the upside. Okay, so we've had this order block over here, some consolidation, some demand coming into the market, then it pumped, and then it continued to pump towards the upside, and we have now tapped into that order block one more time. We did create a big wick, which is likely to get filled in the upcoming days/weeks, because we know that these big wicks are a big draw on liquidity. But this might be a good opportunity to start buying some Atom. We can also see that there's a huge liquidity buildup over here. So we have these constant lower highs, which will be a potential manipulator for the price to get a very swift pump over here. Once it starts sweeping all of that liquidity, you usually get those vertical moves towards the upside, which is very interesting. Like I said, this is my long-term target for Atom, new all-time highs. If we are going to look for buy orders, for potential DCA orders, I want to look for potential DCA orders first within this order block over here. So we have this origin of that move. I think this untapped order block over here is a potential DCA order. It's around $6.39, which is my first DCA order for Atom. Second one, I want us, if I swiftly remove my drawings from my chart, I want us to sweep the current local low over here. I want us to sweep these equal lows over here, and that is my second buy order. So there's lots of liquidity resting below this low, and especially below these two equal lows. So my second entry will mainly be based on that liquidity below those lows. We can also have a quick look at the fixed range volume profile of this range, and we can see that around these equal lows is also where we have a huge volume spike over here. So I can mark out the bottom of that volume spike, which is around that daily level. So the daily level over here is where I'm interested in buying some more atoms. So I'm actually going to hide it a little bit. It's around $3.84.5. So we can see it's quite a big difference in between those DCA orders. So the first one is around $5.90, and the second one is all the way at $3.84. The third one is very, very easy and very, very clean in my opinion. If I zoom in on this previous price action, we can see that we have this low over here where there might be some liquidity resting below, and below that low is where we have that value area low of the previous range. Not only that value area low, but also previous massive resistance. So we have some high term levels over there with the value area low. So my third DCA order will be exactly once we sweep this low. So you can set your limit order at $3.28.7. Okay, those are my buy orders for Atom. And once again, like I said, I do believe strongly that we are going to reach new all-time highs from the second DCA order. That's an increasement of almost 10x, and from the third DCA order, that's an increasement of almost 13x, and that is definitely worth it. I probably believe that Atom will go towards maybe $70, $80, $100 in the next bull run, and so these are huge buy opportunities for the long term on Atom, as long as you believe that it goes towards new all-time highs. These prices are at massive discounts, and you need to utilize these opportunities for DCA in case it goes lower, because I strongly believe that it will reach new all-time highs. Write down these DCA orders, utilize them in your advantage, and you'll make some crazy gains in the next few years. Litecoin, probably short-term one of my favorite coins. I still strongly believe that the halving will be something that could make price push up. Why? I don't believe that Litecoin, with the current halving that is coming pretty soon, will top out like this. You see these relative equal highs, this huge liquidity buildup towards the upside. I do not believe that we will not go for these highs before we potentially go much lower. So the halving hype will be coming around pretty soon. I think it is due somewhere in August. But also after the halving might be a point where the trigger comes for Litecoin to start pumping. It doesn't necessarily have to be before the halving, but we can also see that compared to other altcoins, Litecoin is holding on extremely strong. It has now swept these lows over here, right? That is a strong sign in my opinion. It has tapped into the very small daily fair value gap that we created over here. So we have a very small daily fair value gap over here. It tapped into the daily fair value gap, and it is strongly closing the daily candles every single time above these two previous lows. So it is closing the daily candles above, and as long as it is closing those daily candles above, I think it is a good opportunity to go for these highs over here and target $100. My long-term target for Litecoin remains the same. It is above this high over here, around $133.5, $134.5 I must say, and that is a nice short-term increasement. So this is not pretty much a long-term buy for me. This is just maybe a mid-term buy for me, just for the next few months. I do believe that Litecoin can maybe go like 100%, or maybe a little bit less or a little bit more, but I do think that this might be a good opportunity to buy some Litecoin, as long as Litecoin holds on to this area over here. I think it is a good buy opportunity. Okay, so we had this previous supply over here that brought us towards the downside, that is holding the price for Litecoin a lot of times. Okay, so first a lot of times as resistance, and afterwards a lot of times as support, and it now tapped into that area, so it might start pumping again, especially with the halving that is around the corner. If it dips a little bit more, this zone is a buy opportunity. If it starts closing daily candles below $65, that is the invalidation for this Litecoin midterm spot trade. But as long as it is within this area and this area, the $134.5 remains a target, and that is a nice midterm increasement to make some nice spot gains. So we've had 3 coins, Link, Atom, and Litecoin. Litecoin is a little bit more short-term / midterm. Link and Atom are at massive discounts for long-term buy opportunities. 2 of my favorite altcoins, nice use cases, nice tokenomics, and a very decent ecosystem and community behind them. Long-term investing, do your own research, make sure to set your targets, believe in those targets, and hold those coins until they've met your targets. Or maybe at one point you think that the bull run is over and that Bitcoin has topped out, they will still have made massive gains. Even though they might not have reached their all-time highs, you will be in crazy profits as long as you are buying around these prices. No financial advice, of course, but make sure to always buy when the fear is the highest and when other people are selling. Those are usually the biggest buy opportunities. If you guys do have any questions after watching this video, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. Also make sure to smash up the like button and to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and the next video will be out on Wednesday. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Ciao, ciao.